Hi, gang. I'd like to know why some people become a life coach, personal development coach, counselling, whatever you want to call it, right? Why, why did you become one? Do you think you're qualified to become one? Do you think university makes you a life coach, personal development, or counsellor? Um, I was at uni, and I can tell you right now, what I learned at uni, I learned about maybe 20, 30% if you were lucky. If you were lucky. I was there a long time. Um, and I've always said this, um, to me, we're all personal development coaches. That's the name I really like more than anything. Um, and it's like, I've been to a million counsellors when I was younger, by the way. I don't mind admitting that. But at the end of the day, it's you know what I used to say to you, them? I used to say to them, where have you been? And I don't mean cheeky, by the way, right? I would sit there and say, so listen, what's your story? Not one of them, by the way, not one of them answered me back. You know why? Because at uni they were taught, we were taught, never share a story, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Absolute rubbish, right? I share a story with all my clients. You know why I share a story? Because I can totally relate to them. And they'll say, God, that's right. Aye, but aye. And the thing is, aye, God, seriously, you know what I'm talking about? Yep. One I always say to was person-centred therapy. Don't believe in it, never will believe in it. Don't care what anybody says on that one at all. I don't care if the person that invented it is a million miles above me. I don't believe in it. Person-centred therapy, they just sit there and let you do all the talking, you know. All your qualifications, all the money you earn per year, and you're going to let them do the talking. They could do that with their pals, man. So I'm very curious is why did you become this? You know, what made you get down the road? Was it money? Was it, can we change your career or whatever, this and that, blah, blah, blah? Or was it your life experience? Was it your life experience that decided, I can help people here because I know where I came from and I know what I've done? Now, I don't just mean, I've had a bad job. So I'm going to become a life coach, and because I had a bad experience with a bad job, I'm talking hardship in life, which I'm not going to get into detail. I'm talking about proper hardship. Um, can you relate to these people's stories? You know, I'm not going to get detail on this one, but I used to always call somebody, we'll just say call somebody, page 45. What did that mean? Because when they wanted to know something about somebody, they would go to page 45, paragraph 2, this is how it should be, right? Most, I would say 9 out of 10, all these people, coaches, counsellors, whatever, this and that, blah, 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 they'll ask you keywords. Now, we're taught that. Keywords, right? Remember I said that? They'll ask you keywords to bring you to the surface, and then they'll categorise you. And it makes their job easy. And they'll go, right, that sounds like the person that was in before. That's absolute rubbish, by the way. I'll argue this with anybody. I've even tried to have people on podcasts and live do's with me, and I've never done it, right? I don't claim to be better than them, by the way. I was just looking to see where they were, put my skills up against yours, not in a bad way. A debate's a debate, innit? And at the end of the day, right, categorise that person. So I always say to everybody, you're never categorised in here. You are an individual. You're an individual. When you come to me for any kind of sort of counselling stuff, this and that, you're an individual. And I will share a story, by the way. I get told at uni, and I remember the lecturer says, Stephen, you don't believe that, don't you? And I says, no, I don't believe in it. And I remember my pal, God rest her, Linda, who's gone now, and she says, see, if you don't shut your mouth at uni, you're not walking away with that qualification. But I'm a rebel. I've got an ego and everything that goes with it. And in psychology, they say the ego's bad. Do you think so? So I don't think it's bad one single bit. I will never get rid of it. Certain bits I'll get rid of, but quite a lot of it I'm keeping. So to sit there and I know that I can share an insight in me someday and say, look, by the way, you know, blah, 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 blah. Aye, that's right. I can relate to this guy, no problem at all. You've been doing that road so far. You've been doing that road so far. You've been doing that road so far. You've been doing that road, well, not quite as bad as that, but an element of, no problem at all. And I'm just curious as why, you know, nobody I don't believe any coaches will really reply to this video, because they never have any time I've ever done videos. They'll no reply to it. What made you become a life coach, personal development, or a counsellor? What made you do it?